Hey, welcome back to the Car Circle. My name is Jimmy Prater. I'm a car close. That's what I am. I close and close and close. I close car deals. I close them and gross them. And I know you want to do the same thing, right? You want to close and close and close them and gross them. We got to start closing the car deals. General Motors is going to close even more plants. GM has got plans to close even more plants than the ones they already announced almost a month ago. We have a problem. We have a problem. See, if you're not a conglomerate, General Motors is trying to choke you. They're trying to squeeze you. They're trying to make sure you get out of the business. They want the conglomerates to own it. Because see, what General Motors does is they tell people like, wow, we got flying cars. And all of a sudden, more stocks get sold. And when they have a cash flow problem, they just make up lies. They just make up lies and people believe them. And you got to stop believing General Motors. Okay, because it's all about the salespeople. The salespeople is who's making everybody the money, right? We sell the cars, and that's how it goes down. We close them and gross them. Got to keep closing them and gross them. But when General Motors is playing tricks with the stock market by saying that they're going to invent some crazy car that's going to do all this stuff, they're going to have to pass laws first, so even before they get to that crazy idea. It's not working. It's not the truth. It's false. It's fictitious. It's fake. It's baloney. And then you got conglomerate dealers that are also on Wall Street. They want to generate some cash. That's how they do. They don't care about selling cars. They don't care about closing car deals. They don't care about the salespeople. Why do you even have salespeople? Why don't you just have little models up there and say, I'll take 1, 2, or 3, because you know you can't sell them like that either. But you're not really going after the market. You're not really going after the front end growth. You don't really care. Let's be honest. You don't really care about your sales because you'll just sell some more stocks on Wall Street. It's all funny money. And it's not funny to the salespeople. It's not funny to the managers. You can't do that anymore. You can't manipulate the market, and that's what's going on. Who am I? I'm the car sharker, yeah? What do I know about stocks? You know what? What I do know is I got common sense about it, and I know when I see stuff like this crazy stuff going on in the dealerships, when you got a conglomerate selling 50 cars a month, and then across the street, you got a non-conglomerate dealer, and they're racking it up with 300-400 cars a month. What's going on? You got to stop this. This is madness. GM, when they have a cash flow problems, they just sell more stock. How do you sell more stock? Make up some kind of futuristic car that's going to be built. It's not true. So dealers, you're responsible for all of those labor workers working at the factories if you're not selling them. And I blame you because you're not standing up to General Motors. And I'll tell you what, the other manufacturers are right behind them. Ford, you're next. It's going to be devastating to this country, not only just to the country, but let's just look at what's doing right now internally inside of your organization. The cash flow problems. All funny money, all stock money, it's all garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. You know, dealers, the dealers that are not a conglomerate, I blame you too. Because you yourself never stood up. You never stood up to General Motors. So they're going to close more plants. They're going to change things around. I blame you as well, not just a conglomerate, because you're following what the conglomerates do in sales. You think, oh, they got all this money, so they must know what they're doing. No, they don't know what they're doing. All your websites look the same. All your stores look the same. You guys aren't independent. You guys are factory, and it looks stale. It's not even fun going in your stores. You all look the same. Every single one of you look the same. You know, and when you go in, you don't get the friendly meet and greet anymore. That's gone because there's no morale in the stores. Because the salespeople aren't making money. I love it when someone tells me, especially a manager says, hey, we just can't keep salespeople because they're not making any money. Because the General Motors is screwing up because they're making them take these crazy tests to be product specialists. How in the world can you demand a salesperson to sell so many cars a month and take these tests? Oh, by the way, you're going to get a flat on everything. Now, the conglomerates are manipulating the market, and so is General Motors manipulating the market. I mean, the CEO got $28 million. The CEO of Toyota got $5 million. This is nonsense. It doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out what's going on here. When's the public going to wake up? When are you going to wake up, dealer, and start saying, hey, enough's enough? Do have the courage to do it? Do you have the courage to change your website? Do you have the courage to put some energy back in your store so that you can get motivated and sell some cars? Do you have that courage? Or you just want to be a follower? Yeah, you want to be a follower, don't you? You're a follower. I'm going to follow. If I was a dealer and I'm thinking like I'm going to follow that guy because, boy, those people know what they're doing. They're conglomerates. They're already on Wall Street. You know what Wall Street's all about. Come on. You know what? General Motors should have never let one person or one corporation or some board, some conglomerate say, hey, we're just going to sell them, approve the sale of 100 stores or 50 stores or 25 stores. No, there's no competition. You got to have the competition. Competition. On your sales floor, you got to have the competition. Competition breeds winners. You guys, you're going to be out of business soon. Ford, you're next. You're going to be out of business. Salespeople and managers were making a lot more money back in the day. They're not making anything now. They're not. Comparable with inflation, they're not making anything. They're underpaid. And it's because you're manipulating the stock market and putting out propaganda saying, hey, everybody wants an SUV, so we're not going to sell sedans. Why don't you just say the truth? It's all propaganda. It's not true. You're just going to hand over that market for sedans to the imports. Just hand it over to them. Here you go. We don't want that market anymore because there's just not enough meat there on the bone. We make more money selling SUVs, so we're going to tell the public everybody wants it. See, it'd be just like saying this. Let's say you got a Corvette for $95,000 and you got a Ferrari. It's MSRP of $300,000, but you could buy that Ferrari for $95,000. Now, if I took a poll, would you want that $300,000 Ferrari or that $95,000 Corvette? You can have either one for $95,000. Which one are you going to take? The Ferrari. And that's what you're doing with these polls and these studies of SUVs. Everyone, you didn't tell everybody they're going to have to pay more for them. See, people want new vehicles, but they don't want to be paying these crazy, outrageous prices. So manufacturers, what's wrong with you? When are you going to stop saying enough's enough? Oh, you're never going to do that, are you? It's going to have to be the dealers to say that. Dealers, you follow what I'm saying? Enough's enough. Enough's enough. You got to start closing car deals. Now call the car sharker. We'll come to your store and we'll start closing and grossing. Now we got to tweak that pay plan for the salespeople. Salespeople, if you are seeing this video, get it out there. Get it out there. You know what? We got to stop this nonsense. General Motors, you're making your dealers every few years put tons of money in their building. Oh, got to do a new remodel. That's their cash flow. Some of these guys don't have the cash flow to do that, and they have to go look for it and find it, and it's burying them. But that's what they want to do, dealers. That's what they want to do. They want to bury you. You got to come out of ether now, dealer. You got to start fighting. You got to change your website. You got to change your ways. You got to start closing again. Closing and grossing. Hey, if you found any tips on this video, go ahead, like it, share it, put some comments in there. I like to hear from you. I'd like to hear from you. I like some enthusiasm. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sell some cars. Close them. Close. Conglomerates, you got to learn to close. You got to learn to respect your salespeople. You got to learn to respect the managers. We got to get closers back out on the floor. Conglomerates, I don't know if you have it in because you don't really care. No, matter of fact, it's not really. You do not care about salespeople. If you're a conglomerate and you're on Wall Street, you do not care about the salespeople. You do not care about the salespeople. If you did, you would give them a better pay plan. And you'd stop giving out cars. You just give away cars all the time. Figure it out. Call the car sharker. We'll help you with it. But you got to have the energy so we can help with the motivation. You got the energy? Let's go. Bottom of your screen right there, Sharky icon. Go ahead, click it, subscribe. I got more of these videos. Not to mention there's already some in the pipeline coming at you. Hit that bell button. You hit that bell button every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Hey, do yourself a favor. My name is Jimmy Prater. Go close something. Yeah!